Good morning again. Something was wrong with my audio. I recorded two videos to do the Spirit and Heart of Divine Collective reading for you today, but now my mic is working. I don't know whatever happened, but we're here. We're back. My name is Kimberly. I'm the founder of the Infinite Spark Collective, one of your spiritual homes for your soul's growth on the internet. I'm still going to use the same decks I did the readings with before. The first one I just got yesterday, actually, yesterday or the day before, the Akashic Truth Oracle. So this will be the Akashic Insight, Akashic Records Insight for the collective today. And then I also have this deck I'm going to pull a card from, the Universal Love Healing Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. They're very similar to Alana Fairchild's deck. Um, and we'll kind of go with that. And then I've got a new deck that I got yesterday. I'm so excited. The Inner Temple Oracle. This is about the God within you, the goddess within you, and a few other things. I already had a look at the deck. I love it. So let's get on with the reading finally now, because you can hear me. Universe, Source, Angels, Guides, what messages do you have for the collective today? I am open. Reveal your message through me. Now this deck is one of those decks that doesn't have a book in it. The meanings are on the cards. And I have probably 75 decks, so it's absolutely impossible for me to memorize every single card in every single deck. So that's why I read from the book and then use my intuition and messages from my guides and higher self to interpret the message I'm supposed to give you. This one, learning to listen. You see the lighthouse and the moon, and looks like a child staring off into the distance. Listening is a sign of respect for others. Listening without interrupting and attentively listening makes the other person feel valued. By listening, you can understand the thoughts and needs of others and gain more knowledge and respect. That would be called active listening. And many of us have issues, and I speak for myself as well as I'm sure some of you out there. You have a tendency to interrupt or over talk over somebody while they're talking just so you can be heard. I have learned to really not do that a lot now, unless someone interrupts me when I'm not finished speaking. So it's really when someone you're having a conversation with begins to speak, allow them to say what they need to say. Acknowledge it if it needs to be acknowledged. And obviously that gives you an opportunity to either ask questions, ask them, were they looking for an opinion? Were they looking for guidance? Whatever. Or if you're just talking, be sure to let them talk. That's where your most valuable lessons come from in talking with people. Just learning to let someone talk. And it's okay if they sort of stop mid-sentence or whatever and just say, were you finished? Right? Um, or whatever. This is really about the art of learning to have conversations with people. That card. Learning to listen. That's what it's about. Learning to have conversations with people. Maybe find some people to practice with. That might be good. Okay, now we're going to do the Universal Love card. These are messages from the universe meant to come in unconditional love and offer healing, or at least offer guidance. That's funny, when I was recording the video that had no audio, this card came up. So the universe has obviously got a message related to this. Eternal flame. An eternal flame glows within you. It is the flame of your eternal truth. You are being encouraged to live from your truth. Don't let yourself be swayed by popular beliefs, especially if those beliefs do not resonate with you or aren't consistent with your own beliefs. If beliefs come up for you today that challenge your beliefs, that doesn't mean you have to negate them. It means maybe you're being asked to look at your own. But we all have and are so easily swayed by other people's beliefs because we don't know our own. The universe is telling you and testing your faith in yourself. Will you hold ground or will you give in? Consider the right path for another person may not be the right path for you. And the right path for you may not be the right path for another person. Stand firm and you will feel empowered and also liberated. If you tie that in with the Akashic Records card about learn to listen, I feel as if there are conversations you're going to have soon that are going to ask you to challenge who you are. That are, I should say, that are asking you to look at who you are. They're going to challenge your beliefs, and you're being asked to investigate, ponder, accept, or reform those beliefs. I know I've had to many times in my life where I questioned my beliefs, where I questioned everything. And we all need to go through that. We all need to go through that. So now I'm going to choose one from the Inner Temple Oracle Guidebook, or Inner Temple Oracle cards. There's 4 suits in this deck. So let me just go over what they are, and then I'll pull a card for you. There's the Chamber suit, which is the chamber that makes up the foundation of the inner temple. If you've seen my other readings, you know I talk about how to build your temple, or I like to call it the architecture of your house, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Well, that's what the chamber suits are about. They're about making sure your inner temple is stable. There's the activation suits and the activation card. They have a activation at the end of the card description, intended to be repeated out loud. You can also write them down, use them as a journal prompt, and reflect on them during the week. They are gateways to connect with the power of your soul. Then there's the soul inquiry cards. They have prompts at the end that you can use in journaling. Um, and their inquiries as an invitation for your soul or inner wisdom to answer intuitively. Then there's the polarity suit, and there's those cards have two meanings based on the way they appear um, when they're pulled for a reading. The two meanings are polar opposites, representing both sides of a situation. The way I'm going to interpret them is I'm going to give you both meanings, because when I had the inkling to buy these cards, it was meant to be, I'm going to give you both sides of the story. Okay, so that's what we're going to do if I pull a polarity card, because you could be going through one which needs to lead to the other, and it's about integration. So okay. Oh, cards are upside downy. I'm going to have to sort these out again. But we have the Chamber of Healing. I turned right to it. Gotta love when that happens. Healing is always happening. For to heal is to change. And you're always changing, always returning to wholeness. Wholeness isn't a state or a static state, as we're always growing and transforming. It's nature's way, and you're part of nature. When this card appears, it's acknowledging that you're in a deeper stage of healing, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to slow down and let healing happen. The card comes with a tender message to trust your innate ability to heal through changing seasons of your life. Stop seeing yourself as broken. Stop thinking of healing as something you need to do before you truly live. For to heal is to change, evolve, and grow. Healing can be a slow, steady process. It's complex. It is not linear. It takes as long as it takes. If you continue to see yourself unhealed or broken, you're going to keep going through this. Like all things in nature, there's a mysterious intelligence to it. And if we trust it and let the once vibrant petals fall to the earth, cut back what's no longer thriving, and protect the buds from being pried open too early, we too may find ourselves in a second bloom, and fruit will follow. How are you called to prioritize your healing? How are you called? What healing are you ready to receive right now? What support do you need to call in? Ask your heart, your mind, and your body to reveal what's most helpful for you to call in. So you're being asked to heal, but it's like the card said, it's not something you do. It's not always a sit down, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to heal this. Um, a lot of times healing comes in stillness. Um, and when I say that, healing comes in silence once you've done the physical act, whatever it is you're needing to heal. So I want you to take some time this week, and I want you to sit and think about what needs to be changed, what needs to be healed, what needs to be cleansed out, cut back, let go of. Journal it, and then act on it. And then don't think that you have to be doing healing every day. A lot of times when we do healing, one process is all that's needed, and then you have to just let it linger and let it sit and let it be for you to experience the clearing, the healing. Because very rarely are these instantaneous things. They're usually not. I know because I went through a huge somatic purge in January, and I had done some healing, um, and a lot of it was unconscious. Some of it was subconscious, actual healing work that I did, that I worked on. And then essentially everything shut down, almost literally. Um, my body, my mind, my energy. And so I had to let that process. And I want you to know sleep is really healing. Drinking water is really healing. And those things you need, especially if you're doing energy work, you definitely need to drink your water and put some electrolytes in it. Like either store-bought ones or maybe just some lemon juice and a little bit of Himalayan salt or whatever. I personally like the store-bought electrolytes and such like that because they really help me balance and keep the energy flowing through. And sleep is key. I'm hearing you guys all need more sleep. I wish you a wonderful Monday. Sorry the reading is so late, but well, these things happen. Technical glitches and whatnot. I'm actually going to do the reading for Wednesday and Friday today. Record them, that is, and then they'll come up Wednesday and Friday on the channel for you to view. And we'll go from there. I hope you're having a great start to your week. This is Kimberly with the Infinite Spark Collective. I wish you well. Oh, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If this reading doesn't resonate with you right now, please feel free to go back through the playlist and look at some of my past readings. They may resonate with you more. And just because it's recorded on a specific day doesn't mean that it's irrelevant to you on the day that you view it. Energy is limitless and timeless. It could be a fit for you. So we'll see you soon.